Good morning. Good morning. It's time to rise and receive. Welcome to your 10-minute morning send-off that is designed to support you in receiving what you most want by unlearning struggle. If you don't know me, my name is Sonia Miller. I'm a speaker, coach, and best-selling author, and I am really passionate about teaching others how to receive. Because we talk about receiving, it's an idea, it's a word that we hear, but most of us actually don't know what receiving is. And one of the most common misconceptions is that we think that receiving is about getting. But if we limit our ideas or our understanding of receiving to getting, we're really missing the boat, because getting actually operates or has us operate from this place of lack. In other words, I'm missing something, I need to get it. And if we're operating from lack, it actually tends to create more lack in our lives. So I'm all about debunking the myths and the misunderstandings about receiving. And one of the most important ideas is that we unlearn struggle, that when we unlearn struggle, receiving simply happens. So today we're going to talk about availability. And if you struggle with wanting more availability from people or conditions or situations in your life, if there's a certain person that you wish were more available to you, this is going to really shine the light on not only what availability is, but how and why it's so important to your capacity to receive more fulfillment as you unlearn struggle. So if you're new here to Rise and Receive, what I do each day is I pull one card from my new Receive card deck. I will read to you the receiving principle, we'll unpack it a bit, and then I'll send you off on your way with your willingness mantra. And willingness invites more and better. It invites possibilities. It's the energy of invitation, which is really what receiving is all about. So I hope that you have your tea, your coffee, you're settling in. And I invite you, as I read this to you, as a place to begin, to just sit back and let these words wash over you. Receiving is something that we experience as opposed to something that we understand. So while your mind may want to understand this, I invite you to just really let the words wash over you and just see how it feels and let yourself take it in at a deeper level and trust that that's actually occurring for you. Okay. So with this, I'm going to read to you the card entitled Receive Availability. Receive Availability. Okay, so just let this wash over you. I am here for you. This is the voice of availability. Availability is a core need which, when nurtured, eases struggle and expands your capacity to receive. How is this so? The answer lies in the last two words of availability's voice. I am here for you. For you. This means that when someone or something is available to you, you are the most important being in that time and space. You are the one being received with love and safety. Your words are received. Your body is received. Your feelings are received. Your needs are received. You are witnessed. You are heard. You know you matter. You're important. As your need for availability is nurtured, life's goodness becomes more available to you. This is the way of receiving. Life shows you reflections of your inner world. If your need for availability is unmet, you will struggle if you believe that the outer world is the only place that you can find it. But if you begin to explore how it is that availability begins in your relationship with you, you will begin to unlearn this struggle. When you need availability, if another can't provide it, then take a breath or two and pause. turn your attention within. Close your eyes and ask, how do I need to show up for myself? Listen and trust the answer that arises. As spiritual beings in a physical experience, availability usually yearns for physical presence. And so being available for yourself often requires a connection with your body. Consider being in nature, even if only to step outside and feel your lungs breathe deeply. Go for a walk and feel your feet meet the ground with each step. Or simply change the position of your body. If you've been sitting, stand up or lay on the floor and stretch. As you feel your body, you will feel yourself become more available to you. So that's receive availability. So here's your willingness mantra for the day as you take that in. Feel free to write it down. Feel free to come back and re-listen. And take this willingness mantra with you. Speak it, think it, breathe it in. Anytime that you become aware, you remember this thing today, this reading, and certainly when you're noticing yourself wishing or wanting availability in any way, shape, or form. So here's your mantra. I am willing to receive nurturing by being available for myself. I am willing to receive nurturing by being available for myself. Okay, so try that on today. And I would love to hear or see you post comments or questions below about what stands out for you as you think about availability, as you think about how to be available for yourself when you can't find it in your outer world. You know, one of the messages that I'm always highlighting here is your consciousness creates your reality. And so much of receiving is about re-establishing, and sometimes for the first time, establishing the presence of the divine feminine, or I call it divine, but it's basically the unconditional love and presence of a nurturing, mothering energy that for many of us, and for what I believe is for our culture and our world, has been malnourished and sometimes absent. And the interesting thing is, as this energy becomes more present, more real, more alive for us, what we're actually experiencing is what I call reasonless receiving. That's what nurturing is. We receive love. We receive all sorts of abundance for no reason, simply because we exist. And when you receive for no reason, you can receive for no reason. And it opens you up to a flow, and the abundance of life becomes available to you, okay? Our struggle with receiving is often from what I call an over-reliance on the masculine model of power, which is hunter-based, if you want to think of the hunter as the metaphor. And that's usually based in productivity and action and thinking. So there's an exchange. I must do this in order to receive. And that's beautiful and appropriate in certain situations. But when we have another aspect to our being, to our innate value and worthiness that's untapped, then we over-rely on that because we don't know what's missing, okay? And then receiving becomes a struggle when it doesn't need to be. All right? So with receiving availability, there was something in particular that I wanted to highlight today as we unpack it. As you consider how to be available for yourself, if this is a new idea, if at best all you can do is kind of re-listen to this and be curious about it, here's a good place to start, okay? Pay attention to the times and the ways that you check out. We all have ways that we check out. There's so many ways to check out. Phone, social media, eating, shopping, staying busy, like really filling up our calendars. We even check out by analyzing. We get so caught up, and it's kind of instinctual and sort of habitual. But when we're thinking, we're actually not necessarily available for ourselves. So if you go back and listen to this reading, remember, listen to the pieces where I talk about what it means when you're available or when someone's available. Okay, I am here for you. When you're thinking, are you really there for you? There's a presence that's missing. There's a witnessing. There's a receiving of all of you, which includes feeling, that is missing. So I hope that this is helpful. I hope it's giving you some food for thought. And if you like this, please like it, please share. It helps me reach the people that I'm here to serve. If you want to learn more about unlearning struggle, learn about unlearning. If you want to unlearn struggle and learn more about receiving, check out the links that are always available above or below, depending if you're on Facebook or YouTube. And I hope you'll join me tomorrow at Rise and Receive. I will not be here live, but I have a pre-recorded Rise and Receive specially focused on Friday morning just for you. It's already available. So come back, and I hope you really feel like you've got what you need to start off your day with a little bit more of a capacity to open up to receiving your fulfillment as you unlearn the struggle around availability. Have a great day, and we'll connect soon. Bye-bye.